to The Scoop. I'm Lauren Mandel, and right now we are sitting down with country artist and reality television star Amy Wilcox. Amy, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited because you're going to be playing at Rites this year.
I'm so excited. It's awesome.
Is it cool to kind of have been a student? Did you go to Rites of Spring?
Yeah, I mean, I've been, even after I graduated, I've been every year since 2005, so.
Well, you know, it's coming up in 2 weeks. You're
Yeah.
going to be on that stage. I can't even imagine what that feels like, kind of
It's
what
crazy.
it means to you.
It's really cool. I mean, getting to be in the music world and also in Nashville through Vanderbilt, it's so cool watching all these artists that have come through and now seeing what they're doing now. It's cool. It's like a rite of passage, which is cool. So I have a lot of friends who played it like years ago and now they're like, you know, doing great stuff. So I'm hoping that's the
Yeah.
that's the good stuff that Rites of Spring does. So.
So I kind of want to tell our viewers who might not know your story how you went from a D1 soccer player to a country artist.
Well, I always did music like my whole life, and when I was here in school, I was in the swinging doors, and so I kind of got a little bit of my music fix. But soccer was such a crazy commitment that it was hard to kind of do anything outside of Vanderbilt, like in the Nashville music world.
Yeah.
But then I got really injured. I had to have this crazy surgery, and I was in my basement for like 4 months with my guitar pretty much, and then kind of gave me I just got to sit there and be like, okay, what do I want to do? And then it just kind of happened, and I moved back to Nashville and kind of threw myself head first into it, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
Do you feel like there were things about soccer, especially at that level, kind of like mindsets and personality qualities that have contributed to your singing?
Yeah, and it's so funny because, you know, people have been doing music all their lives. It's like such a different mindset of like the discipline and the idea of like you're not practicing, someone else is. Like there's all these little mantras that you learn as you're growing up in athletics that definitely translate, I think, to any career.
Let's talk about Crazy Hearts Nashville. Season finale just aired.
Yeah.
So how was that experience, having cameras all over you all the time, and you mean the most intimate of situations?
Yeah, it was nuts, especially at first. Like, it was one of those things where I think the first 3 or 4 weeks that they filmed, they didn't use any of the footage because we were so awkward. Like, you were trying to have a conversation, you'd be like, But then we just got used to it, and before you know it, we were saying stuff and be like, oh no, I forgot they were here. So you do get used to it, and it was tough trying to have some of those conversations with cameras there, but you know, it's cool also with all the feedback from people on Twitter and Facebook being like, that was so awesome getting to watch someone go through that because I've done the same thing, and so it was cool getting to connect with people like that.
Do you feel like there have been, you know, times where the Twitter fans have been on your side, and then times where they're completely against you the next week? You're like, what happened?
Yes. You know, for the most part, it was really great, positive stuff that happened on the show. Like, I got several live performances, and they got to see some of the creative process, which was really cool. But, you know, there was drama, too. Like, there was people from my past on the show, and just the competition of the music business is hard to deal with sometimes. So there was one week where it was like Team Wilcox, and then the next week it was like, how could you do that?
Right.
And I'm like, it wasn't me, it was the editors. But
do you think it's an experience you would do again? Because so much of it is, I mean, I can't even imagine watching it back being like, that's not how I remember the situation going down. Yeah.
Like every episode.
Yeah, like what?
No, I mean, I definitely think it was a cool experience, and I have a lot of friends who've been on like The Voice and American Idol, and it's so different because it's not just I'm going and singing and it's just my music. It's your whole life and your whole personality and everything. So I think for the most part it's really positive, and I think even though some negative scenes happened, it was like no one's perfect. I broke up with my boyfriend. Would you expect me to be perfect? No.
Right.
Yeah. So I have a lot of great connections I've made on just through social media with people who are great fans and help me promote. Like, I had no idea what Twitter was, and now I have all these people that are like my Twitter people, and it's awesome. So I don't know if I ever would have thrown myself into that world if I hadn't done it through the TV show.
So what's next for you? What are you working on now?
Now I'm just like completely back in creative mode and writing and working with a lot of new people, which is awesome. And something I wanted to do even before the show was kind of delve more into like the pop and rock side of country, and now I'm working with a lot of people that are in that similar mindset where we're trying to kind of push the boundaries of the Nashville country world, and so it's really exciting to be in a room and doing all these outside of the box things. So I have a couple new songs that are up on YouTube. I haven't officially recorded them yet, so I'm working on all that, and hopefully we'll have a new EP by August.
Do you feel like the doors have kind of opened for you in places outside of Nashville from the show?
You know, I have a huge family and a great support system of friends and family all over the country. But, you know, there's people from Omaha, Nebraska, and all these like little corners of the country that I don't know anybody that now are helping me kind of like spread the word. So it's so cool getting to just connect with people that otherwise I would have no way of connecting with.
Yeah.
So, and we're actually doing a Crazy Hearts tour. We're doing all the logistics right now, but we're going to go to all these cities that none of the cities we're going to have ever performed in. So,
thank you so much for tuning into The Scoop. Amy, where can we find you?
Well, amywilcox.com has all my links to everything, but most of the stuff I do is on Instagram and Twitter, and that's just Amy E. Wilcox.